What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about Aurora Cannabis and Canntrust and how both these companies have hit two support lines that I've been talking about. So not only are we going to talk about Aurora Cannabis and Canntrust and whether I think both these companies are a buy or not, I'm also going to be showing you whether I bought Aurora shares or not. So I'm going to let you guys know exactly what price I plan to buy or whether I'm buying Aurora shares. So before we get this video started, don't forget, give me a quick thumbs up, and if you're new here, don't forget, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button, and let's get this video started. Before we get started, I'm going to be looking at some chart and technical analysis, and we're going to start off with Aurora Cannabis. So if you guys have been following my channel for quite some time and you guys have been paying attention to my technical and chart analysis, you guys will know by now that I've been talking about this Canadian support line at $8 for quite some time. I've had this line drawn in for quite some time. If you guys don't believe me, you guys could watch my previous Aurora videos where I've talked about all these support lines right here, one at $9, one at $8 Canadian, and the final one which is here at $7 Canadian. And we're also going to be following up with American chart as soon as I'm done Canadian chart. So if we look at today's charts, you could see here that Aurora Cannabis literally went right below the support line and immediately got rejected. So we've been downtrending in between these two lines, this support and this resistance line. And once again, if you guys been paying attention to my channel, you guys would know that I've had these lines drawn in for quite some time. We broke below this support line at $9, and I've mentioned the support line here at $8 before, and today we broke below it and immediately bounced back up. So potentially a few things could happen here. Aurora Cannabis can officially start uptrending, no longer be downtrending in between this support and this resistance, or Aurora Cannabis can continue to decline even further to this support line right here, which is at around $6.95, but we're going to round that off to around $7. So they can continue downtrending, and potentially this could be the next support that Aurora can go down to. And don't forget that red line I consider a very strong buy for myself, and that would be the only time that I would be adding to my position in Canadian dollars. So now we're going to move on to Aurora Cannabis in American dollars, and it's almost the same story here. I've had these lines drawn in for quite some time. I have a support line drawn in here at around $6 American. And if we go a little closer, and the same thing, we've been downtrending in between this resistance line and this support line. For me, a strong buy for the American dollars is at $6 because I currently have no American position. And I'm going to show you guys right here. I actually have a small order place. I'm willing to start an American position for Aurora Cannabis right now at $600 at $6. I have a buy order for 200 shares, a very small position. And as you can see right here, I actually bought some silica shares today, but that's a whole different topic. I'm not going to really be talking about this company right now. And to my knowledge, ticker symbol SLCA, they have earnings report tomorrow, and I am kind of gambling on earnings, so I did a small position with them, 150 shares. Maybe I'll update you guys tomorrow on how their earnings do and how I play this position. I'll be either cutting my losses quick or I'll be collecting some quick profits with this company. But back to Aurora, I do have a buy order, 200 shares at $6, so that was about 1,200 American dollars. That's a very small starting position, and the reason why is because Aurora still has the potential to go even lower, all the way down to $5 American. Now the reason why I have these support lines drawn in, because as you could see, Aurora has used this line as a support many times. They've bounced off this line here, bounced off it here, used it as a resistance here. So multiple times this line was used as a resistance line and even as a support. And then we have this line right here, which is at $5, which was previously also used as a resistance line. So right now I'm gambling that Aurora will bounce off this $6 support line, hopefully start uptrending. But the reason why I started a small position is because I still think that there is a possibility that Aurora could go even lower, all the way down to $5 American. But that's it for Aurora Cannabis. Now we're going to move on to Canntrust, and we're going to be looking at American prices. We've talked about how low Canntrust can go, and I've had this support line drawn right here at around $1.80. And as you can see, Canntrust came really close to hitting this support line. Hasn't hit it yet. It could still potentially hit it, but as you can see, it's come real close right here, $1.80. The lowest Canntrust has gone so far is $1.88. So we got real close to hitting the support line. Maybe I drew the support line a little lower. We could potentially be putting the support line a little higher, like a little higher up here to the $1.90. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave it here at $1.90. And then we're going to look at Canntrust as well. in Canadian dollars. And we have the same thing here. I have a support line right here at around $2.35. So I'm just going to move up this line to $2.50, and we're going to say that the $2.50 line is currently acting as a support. So Canntrust bounced off this line, potentially could be uptrending, but remember, at this time, since there's so much negative news going on about Canntrust has the possibility to go even lower. And the reason why I have this line here is because right now it's pretty much right at its IPO range. This is where Canntrust IPO'd, and pretty much right where it's sitting right now. And I've drawn this line. You guys could watch my videos from before titled "How Low Can Canntrust Go?" And I even talked about it on my most recent video titled "Is Canntrust Going to $0?" So right now Canntrust is potentially using this as support, could bounce up. There's only two possibilities at this point. Canntrust can either bounce off this support, or it can continue to decline even further, possibly to the penny stock range, or even down to zero, all depending how investors react to all the negative news surrounding this company. So now we've seen a lot of red days in the sector, and mostly due to a lot of bad news, and mostly due to Canntrust. Canntrust has brought down the whole sector. Today we're going to talk about Aurora Cannabis, big scary number that should make investors nervous. So what is the big number that could be so problematic for Aurora? In its fiscal 2019 third quarter results, the company reported goodwill of 3.18 billion in Canadian dollars. That's around 2.4 billion. Goodwill, by the way, is the excess amount paid for an acquisition over its fair market value. So Aurora's goodwill represents a whopping 35% of the company's market cap. To put it another way, Aurora has overpaid for acquisitions by a rate that's nearly 19 times greater than the total amount of revenue it's made over the last 4 quarters. A year ago, Aurora's goodwill was a little over 760 million, or around 578 million American. The company's frenzy for acquisition over the last 12 months has more than quadrupled that total. So this was kind of what I was thinking. So despite the legitimate concerns about the huge amount of goodwill that Aurora is carrying on its balance sheet, there is an argument to be made that the company's acquisition were worth the high costs. Even with its stock dropping in recent months, Aurora's share price is still up more than 30% so far this year. So what do I personally think about this goodwill? I think in the short term, yes, it looks pretty scary, but I think Aurora is looking at the bigger picture. They want to be the first ones there. They're trying to grow at this very moment. They're not waiting 10-20 years down the future when possibly cannabis can be legal worldwide. They want to set themselves up for the future. So yes, it's costing them a lot of money right now, but this can potentially put them in an advantage in the near future when cannabis could potentially be legal in the United States or worldwide. But with that argument, there's a lot of ifs, ands, and potentially this and that, so nothing is 100% guaranteed. Aurora can be burned for this, or it can greatly pay off depending how United States, depending how the world reacts to cannabis being legal, not just medically but recreationally as well. Anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know whether you guys plan to buy some Aurora or some Canntrust, or whether you guys already picked up some shares and at what price. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.